Hi, and welcome to Wasting No Time. I'm your host, Sharon Moses. Now, mattresses, we've talked about this issue before, but it's time to revisit the issue because this program is actually expanding as we speak. We've got Oli Muhammad here today. He's the founder and the executive director of the Houston Furniture Bank. He's going to tell us more about it. Oli, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you. You know, last time you were here, I really enjoyed speaking to you. But I want to talk to you again about what's going on with the Houston Furniture Bank, and we're going to come to the issue of mattresses. But for the viewers who haven't heard much of your program, tell us what the Houston Furniture Bank is, please.
Houston Furniture Bank is a charitable non-profit organization that collects and distributes furniture to families in need through a network of non-profit agencies in Houston.
Okay.
And we started as a program of the Mental Health, Mental Retardation Authority way back in 1992.
Wow.
And in last 22 years, Houston Furniture Bank, working with about 85 non-profit organizations, has given furniture to over 23,000 families
Wow.
in Houston. This is an exciting time for us that we are really coming to age, kind of. And Houston Furniture Bank is now becoming a social business, starting, as you have mentioned, mattress recycling. We also have a thrift store, the outlet store where we are doing this taping today.
Wow.
And then we are also working on starting some other new businesses that is going to generate enough income for the Furniture Bank to become self-sufficient in next couple of years.
So this is your idea. This is an idea of yours that is actually far-reaching. And I say that because this furniture would normally wind up in the landfill, would it not?
Yes, no doubt. And the amount of furniture that we save in terms of collecting and distributing to families, that accounts to, like, in terms of families, last year it was about 1,500 families. So each family about 6 pieces of furniture. So you are talking about few thousand pieces of furniture.
Wow.
That would otherwise have ended up in the landfills. That did not happen. We are really a prime reuse organization. We never promote ourselves as such,
Right.
but we are a reuse organization, and with the furniture recycling, we will be a recycling organization also. So that's interesting. That
How did you get partnered, become a partner with the city of Houston?
Well, we had been, we live in, this is a great city where if you don't work with the city, you are not really into anything. But, we had been working with different, Gordon Kwan and others had been involved with the Furniture Bank. But recently, about 3 years ago, we came face to face with the issue of mattresses.
Okay.
And that had been, the reason that we paid attention to mattress was, it was a huge amount of money that every month we were spending for the solid waste, for Republic Waste and other companies picking up our trash every month, and it was a lot of money. So we started thinking about how can we reduce this expenses. So then we came up on this program called Mattress Recycling in Eugene, Oregon.
Okay.
The St. Vincent de Paul Society in Eugene, Oregon has been featured in CNN as one of the very cutting-edge recycling business in the nation. So they had adopted the Furniture Bank as a part of one of their grant programs to select 3 cities around the country where they want to do mattress recycling, and Houston became one of those cities.
Wow.
So that's how and then we met with the city officials, and then in fact last month before last, we had a very exciting meeting with the mayor of Houston, and she is very much supportive of.
So you actually got to meet the mayor, shake her hand? That's wonderful. Now, from humble beginnings, Oli, just kind of give me an idea quickly of why you created the Furniture Bank.
Well, this is the United States of America.
Right.
And, I am from Bangladesh personally. Poverty is not something that's foreign to me. I understand that. And theoretically, I knew that there are poor people in America. But when I got exposed through the supporter housing program, going into these practically slums in this great city, that kind of shattered me in a way that that should not be. There is no need for a child to be sleeping on the floor in Houston, So, so that's basically what drove me. People with mental illness, people with other disabilities, people with difficult situation in their lives, when they have to come home and don't have a place to sit, don't have a place to eat together as a family, and we talk about family values. You know, that really did not go with the grain.
Okay.
That's really what drives me to do this.
This is a wonderful thought. Now, I'm looking around at the furniture and stuff that you all have here, and I know our focus is mattresses because, of course, our partnership has to do with mattresses with you. So, when did you partner with the city? What year do you recall?
2 years ago.
Just a couple of years ago.
A couple of years
so
ago.
we are kind of expanding on that program,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Now I know we're going to have to take a break, but when we come back, I want to focus a little bit on the mattress recycling
Yes, ma'am.
and I guess how far it's come,
Yes.
and then where you think it's going.
Yes,
Does that
sure,
sound
I
good?
would love to do that.
Okay,
Yes.
great. More on Mattresses to Divas when we return. Did you know the springs and the metals in mattresses that can be repurposed? Wood and fibers can become a fuel source. Foams and fabrics, now that can be recycled for use in padding and other applications. So don't throw it away. Recycle it. Hi, and welcome back to Wasting No Time. Now, we're talking about From Mattresses to Divas, and we've got Oli Muhammad here to give us a little history about what's going on with the Furniture Bank and our mattresses and our recycling. Thank you, Oli, for talking to us about
You're
this
welcome.
issue.
Thank you.
So we ended the segment, but we were talking about the mattresses. I want to go focus on that a little bit harder and a little bit more because you're looking at how many mattresses are you keeping out of the landfill? That's just
Yes,
need a number, yeah.
According to the statistics provided by the International Sleep Products Association, in the Greater Houston area, we are throwing away somewhere between 600 and 650,000 mattresses every year.
wow.
Let me repeat that: 600 and 600,000.
You're talking about worldwide. You're not talking about over the city of
I'm
Houston.
talking about city of Houston, the bigger,
Wow.
greater city of Houston. Every year throws away that amount of mattress. So, kind of visual would be if you lined up a mattress from Houston, downtown Houston, to downtown Dallas. You can come back, go back, and come back again. That's what we are doing every year
Oh my goodness.
to the landfills in the city.
Okay.
And so the city of Houston, the smart people that works there, they realize this also. So what we have done now for last 2.5 years, we have a partnership with the city. And currently, I'm proud to say this, that all 6 depositories of the city of Houston, all the mattresses that are collected there comes to the Furniture Bank Recycle Center to be recycled.
Now I have to just kind of give a round of
Well,
applause to the city of Houston because I know originally when we started we only had, was it 4 depositories?
Yeah, we
And
started
now all
with 2.
6.
We
Or
started with
oh,
2
wow.
and then we went to 4 and now we went to 6.
So every last one of them, you can take your mattresses to
Yes.
either of the depositories and drop them off.
Exactly, and then we will be, Furniture Bank will be getting them and will recycle them and reuse them. Now, but the point here is the city of Houston, the 6 depositories, is only a tiny fragment of this huge mattress that's going to the landfills. And because of the low cost in this city and free service in the city, cities surrounding Houston, even states around Texas, brings their mattresses to be dumped here.
Wow.
So we are also catching those from going to the landfill to being recycled.
So what you're saying then is that people can bring their mattresses, even if you're outside of the city of Houston, you can bring these mattresses to the city of Houston depositories and dump them for free.
Well, by the depositories or for a very low cost, you can dump a truckload in a landfill for much less cost than any other states around.
So there may be a charge, some type of small affiliated charge with
Yes.
it, but nothing. Okay.
Nothing,
So
absolutely.
what do these mattresses become? I mean, they're bringing them to us. We're taking them from the depositories. And how is this material being used?
So when a mattress is dirty and not usable, that is being deconstructed. So we take the mattress apart. The topper, there are several layers in a mattress. So there is a topper, a cotton topper, and there is foam, depending on the quality and and the company who made it,
Sure.
maybe several layers of foam, and then another layer of cotton, and then there is the metal, and the, on both the sides.
Right.
So what we do is recycle the metal,
Okay.
and then we bale the foam and the cotton.
Okay.
Then we sell those, and that's the income that is being generated. As far as the Furniture Bank is concerned, we are developing a social business by doing this mattress recycling. And one of the things that I think is very important, this is really a jobs program also.
Okay.
This is creating jobs for people that would otherwise, that people that are coming out of the prison system
Sure.
and does not have the first job, very difficult to get a job, and that becomes a revolving door for our criminal justice system.
So I would think then your idea is so far-reaching. I don't know that even you knew what it was going to become, but I have to think even in the 2 years that we've been partnered with you now, you have to be running out of space, right?
Yeah, well, yes, we are.
So how are you? What are you doing to accommodate the expansion of the program?
That's another exciting thing. What we have done is we used to operate the mattress recycling, and also to the Furniture Bank and our outlet center. Everything was was kind of a donated and low cost, no air conditioned space. So when currently we are serving 150 families on a monthly basis, and that is so small that we need to ramp it up to a minimum of 500 families a month.
That's huge.
Well, we need to. In this city, there are thousands of children sleeping on the floor. Thousands of family doesn't have a dining table or a sofa to sit on and have dinner. So what we are doing is we are expanding. We went to a capital campaign, and we are raising $5 million. And thanks to support from the community and from our board, we already purchased a building which is 75,000 square feet.
Wow.
That's like 7 times bigger than what we have now. And our mattress recycling program has already started operating from that building, and we are preparing it for the Furniture Bank and other operations to move in there also.
Now, see, fortunately, we have a mayor that supports recycling. Very excited to have that. So this is kind of going swimmingly, I guess. And then we've also got the director of the Solid Waste Management Department. They're both very strong advocates for recycling. So this is exciting times in the recycling industry. But I want you to tell me about a program that's very close and near and dear to your heart that's actually expanded from your original thought process. and you had something that you wanted to tell me about them. And who are these people and what are they doing and how are they connected to the Furniture Bank?
Well, designing interiors, volunteers at your service.
Wow.
is Divas.
Okay.
And Divas, as you will be talking to Bridget. So Divas, they take families that are coming to the Furniture Bank, getting furniture. This 150 that I mentioned before. They select families from that clientele of the Furniture Bank, and then they go into their apartments or houses and do an extreme home makeover, Furniture Bank edition.
Right.
That's kind of what they do, and that's really a fantastic service for these otherwise unfortunate.
Now, how did that get its start? Because you've got to consider, I look at the full circle swing here, and okay, you've got the Furniture Bank, you're taking the mattresses, all these things are saving space in the landfill. And how did these Divas come to be?
Well, the quick story of the Divas would be really, there was a lady, her name is Ann Cummings, I'm mentioning that name, and Janet Eli. Okay. These two young ladies, they really came up with this idea outside the Furniture Bank, and then they joined the Furniture Bank because it was really a marriage in heaven kind of. So that's what they did, joined the Furniture Bank, and now they are a program of the Furniture Bank. And there are interior design people and interior decorators and all kinds of people are joining this force. And I think they are 75 or more than that Divas right now. And we think it's going to be a fantastic program that we can duplicate this. The good thing about this, and because you said about the mayor and the leadership of this city, what's happening with this is Furniture Bank is creating a cutting edge program.
Okay.
And that can be replicated in other cities in the United States.
Now, quickly, I know we've got to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to Bridget in just a minute, but only men volunteer, or I mean, only women volunteer? Can men volunteer? And,
Yes.
And what would they be called? Would they be divas as well?
They will be called divos.
And what would that be? The
That will
difference?
be designing interiors, volunteers of opposite sex.
Wonderful. Thank you, Oli. It's always a
welcome.
pleasure to have you on the
Thank
show.
you.
And I appreciate all that you do to keep our landfill space a little
Thank you
bit
so
longer.
much.
Thank you for your time. We'll be right back with more Wasting No Time. Once again, we're on site, hashtag taking it to the streets. We are at the Furniture Bank warehouse where the far-reaching idea of Oli Muhammad has inspired others. We're talking to the divas of the recycling industry. Their mission, making empty houses homes, one family at a time. And they've partnered with the Furniture Bank to do just that. Bridget Shrigas, the Divas Coordinator, is here to tell us more. Thanks for being here to tell your story.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you here. I was speaking to Oli just a minute ago, and he was kind of giving a little history about your organization. But can you tell me, what is the Divas organization?
Okay, well, the Divas was starting at, I think they started in 2003. And just out of the desire of Ann Cummins to take repurposed or used items and make a difference in disadvantaged families' homes and redecorate and just bring hope through design.
It's so funny. I was looking up divas on the internet to try to find some information. It's amazing what information you'll find when you type in diva.
Yes.
Can you please tell me, what does that acronym stand for?
Well, okay, so we're completely opposite of the typical definition of divas,
Right.
but it stands for Decorating Interiors, Volunteers at Your Service.
Wow.
It's just a catchy name, and we are the Divas of Giving Back. It's a great organization.
And you're the coordinator.
Yes, sir.
What do you do to coordinate? How does this thing work?
You know, I don't even know if it's really me. There's a magic to it. And I just really, we don't have a lot of policies and procedures and things to meet. I think that this organization was started with just kind of its own spirit. And whether it's myself that's leading it or someone else, the organization grows by its volunteers.
Right,
So everybody brings something different to it. You don't have to be a decorator or an interior designer in the profession.
Right.
If you just love to tinker with home accessories or pictures or art or painting, we love everybody from all walks and different people.
So you all decorate the extreme home makeover style. What does
Yes.
that mean? Kind of give me an idea of what that's like.
Well, what we do is 95% of the items that we use are used items. They're donated from the community, from the Furniture Bank, and we repurpose them, maybe paint them. But what we do is we go in and we interview the family just as if we're going to decorate for them professionally. And we meet with the kids and we meet with the moms and the dads and find out what they love and how they want to use their house, what they're missing, the functionality of a home. We don't realize how many items that give us comfort or that we use on a daily basis in our home. Those people don't have that.
You know, I think it's amazing. The City of Houston has a partnership with the Furniture Bank, and we work with the mattresses and et cetera, et cetera. And now you all have partnership with the Furniture Bank.
Yeah.
So once again, it's kind of coming full circle. And we're keeping this material out of the landfill. We're recycling it, reusing it. How did you all become partners with the Furniture Bank?
Well, Ann Cummins, back in 2003 when she founded the Divas, I think that through friends and through connections that knew the Houston Furniture Bank, it was a perfect partnership because it gave some of the logistic needs that the Divas needed. And not only do we, partner with the Furniture Bank, but now we're almost like one whole family. We are, under the Furniture Bank umbrella. So we're just, it's a wonderful dream.
So tell me, how does it work? If a family comes to your organization, the Divas, and they say, "Hey, I need help," how do you select your families? How does the furniture get selected? Et cetera.
Well, it's interesting because what we want is, obviously, there's a lot of disadvantaged families. That's who the Houston Furniture Bank supports. But it's those families that are really deserving, that are knocking it out of the ballpark. This is a gift. This is a atta girl, atta boy. This is, you are really trying to make a difference in your situation, because there's so many different reasons that somebody could be in their situation. So, but we really see, and it's not a handout, it's a hand up. These people are ready for a transformation in their life. They've already started to transform. So their agency actually, and we have trained the agencies, the representative of different charities, what we do, what type of families we're looking for. So when they recommend a family for us, we go in and we make a home visit and we interview them, and 9 times out of 10, almost 9.5 times out of 10, it is a deserving family.
So how long does it take you to redecorate? Do you just do the room? Do you do the home? And where do the families go? Do you ship them out? You know, how does...
Okay, so interesting. So we gather up a team, volunteers, and says who wants to, this is the family, this is kind of the, you know, the story about the background of the family, here's the location, here's where they live. And we go and meet with the family. We like to meet with every member of the family.
Including the children.
Including the children, absolutely. They're a huge part of this, huge part of this. And so we just divvy up the rooms. So the volunteers, they're called room coordinators. Once they get to a certain level with the divas, they can coordinate their own rooms. We go about our own ways. They pick out furniture from the furniture bank, so they completely design a room. And we shout out to the community, get items, and within 4 weeks, we have an installation day. That family is kicked out for the day. We come in and it is pure chaos. It's phenomenal. And we redecorate, and at the end of the day, the family comes back in, and it's...
Our time is so limited on this show, and I'm just so excited about what you all are doing. How would somebody find out more information, and can you come back again and see us another time so we can talk about this a little bit more?
Well, it's my passion, so I'm available anytime. Okay. But they can call the Furniture Bank and get a hold of us. Okay. They can go to the website, thehoustonfurniturebank.org, and anyone from the Houston Furniture Bank can get a hold of us. And we welcome anyone. If you sew, you like to paint, there are so many needs, and we really are creating hope through design. So we thank you so much for getting the message out. And
no problem, Bridget. It has been a pleasure having you here to talk about this. Divas. Yes. I want people to remember that, and it's not what you think it means, right?
No, it is not.
Thank you for your time. We're glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for staying with us for this episode of Wasting No Time. Please visit our website at www.houstonsolidwaste.org or call us at 311 for questions. Always like us on Facebook at Houston Solid Waste, and follow us on Twitter at Houston Trash. I'm Sharon Moses. Thanks for wasting no time.